Alright guys, pulling up to the DMV now. It's been a couple of weeks since I've been here since I first tried to register the truck, so hopefully today we'll have a better outcome. Got the paperwork with me, so hopefully I either get someone in administrative person that kind of help me out with the paperwork, but we'll see. Don't know how much I'll be able to record, but I'll try to keep you guys updated.
Did somebody get mislabeled in the system?
Hello. So I'm having an issue with this title. I was here a couple of weeks.
See that? I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, let me get this done.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
So they don't keep calling your number. Okay. Now, big picture.
No, you're fine.
Okay.
So I have a clean title from the guy I bought the truck from. I was here a couple of weeks ago, and I tried to register it in my name. But I guess whenever the lady pulled the VIN number, it's running up a junk title. So she said, hey, try to get in contact with the guy and see what's going on. Well, I got in contact with the guy that sold me the truck. This is the bill of sale, too. I got in contact with the guy that sold me the truck. And so he called the DMV because he's up in a little north of here. And he called the DMV and said, hey, I sold my truck, and he's having an issue down south. With that DMV, it's running like it's pretty much like it's in a scrapyard, even though I have the actual truck in my possession and everything. And so that DMV is saying that something got messed up on their end. I don't know if it shows it on your end. I don't know if you guys keep track of that, but they're trying to figure out. I don't care if it's like a rebuilt title or something. I just need to be able to pretty much register it. But I do.
See your ID?
Yeah.
Now starting
Let me just go in and see what.
Even window 17.
But it's pulling up like the truck is in a junkyard.
It's pulling up like the junk in the junk. So somebody said it was
Pretty much scrapped, yeah.
scrap. And
So the DMV up north is saying, hey, you can bring it back up here. We can take it to a mechanic and have them kind of look over it, make sure the frame and everything is good like that. They said it, but the thing is, when it was registered, I guess it's been too long since he registered it. Even though he was renewing the registration and everything on the truck, and when you look at the VIN number, it still says junk title for some odd reason. So they're thinking somewhere along the lines of paperwork must have got mixed with a different truck.
well, it says
We were actually going to do it.
it's restored. It'll say on their rebuild, on the title. You're saying in the scrapyard?
That's what I'm pretty much getting the gist of. I'm still kind of learning, because I didn't even know junk title existed. So I'm still kind of learning all this as we go.
So were they claiming that they did something in error and they can fix it?
I haven't talked to that DMV. I'm talking through the guy that sold me the truck. He called up there, and apparently I'm just kind of being told that's the story that's going on with it.
Yeah, and that's what I'm finding now. I finally got to that point.
7 at window 6.
It's
Now
showing that
starting
the,
H. 1, 2, 4 at window 17.
we can't add to this transaction. The title has been salvaged, and that's something that we cannot process. So when you were here before, what did they tell you?
She told me that's when I found out that I had title issues.
This title is a salvage title. So there's a title after this one.
So that one in particular is a salvage? Does it say
This is
salvage
a
on?
title, it doesn't say it on there, but there's a salvage title somewhere. I should say that.
All right, how's it going, guys? Just got back from the DMV. Unfortunately, Alabama's pretty much has tied my hands behind my back and is forcing me to sell the truck. I literally can't do anything with this truck. I tried going to the sheriff's office because a lot of you guys recommended that. They can inspect it. A mechanic can inspect it, but since it's labeled junk on the title, like I was showing you guys in the Carfax in the last video, they can't even rebuild it or make it salvage. It's too far gone. The state of Alabama literally thinks this truck has been disassembled and recycled, and is pretty much tin cans now. So this truck does not exist to the state of Alabama. So I'm pretty much being forced to sell it because I literally can't put it on the road, which kind of sucks. I know it's my fault. So that answers one question of it. A bunch of people were asking why I was taken the cab and bed off of the green truck to put onto this one because I said it was a perfectly running driving truck. I don't think some of you guys knew that's a gasser. That's the whole point of buying the 2500 Cummins was to replace the 1500 gasser. I wouldn't have bought the same truck and swapped it. It doesn't make any sense. But a lot of guys are asking, why would you take a perfectly running and driving truck and then swapping them? I'm not doing that. That one is perfectly running and driving, but it's a gasser. So I'd only swap them to have the Cummins on that with that body. Which brings me to my next point. A lot of guys thought I was talking about taking the VIN off of that dash and then putting it on this one. That's illegal. I wasn't going to do that either. I would be taking the whole truck itself and putting it on this frame. Which, if you guys are familiar with Alabama at all, we have crazy vehicles down here. We've got guys with like Jeeps on LS frames. We've got guys with F100s on Crown Victoria frames, so it's not that drastic with them. We have guys that have put, like me and Jonathan the other day, there's like a 67 Camaro with a 78 rear end on it. Alabama has a bunch of crazy stuff. So me taking the whole cab and fronting off that truck is not crazy to put on this one.
I just did a cab swap with
I said we literally did a cab swap. So I know some guys, if you guys are up north and stuff, it might be kind of weird, but down here you see a lot of weird vehicles in the south, so it's not that crazy. But I think a lot of guys thought I was taking the VIN off of that truck and then going to put it on this truck, and that's not what I was going to do because the VIN obviously wouldn't match. I think a lot of guys also thought I was just going to take the cab off of that truck and put it on this one, but the thing is there's either 3 or 4 different VIN numbers, and there's one on the dash, one on the door, one on the frame support for the intercooler. There might be a 4th one on the frame. Can't remember, but I wanted it to be a VIN matching truck. I didn't want it to be the frame support on the front didn't match the actual dash. If I ever got pulled over, I want all the VINs to match is what I'm getting at. So that's what I went over. But the main thing is I think I might have to end up selling the truck. I've already posted it for sale. I've got a bunch of interest on the truck so far. I listed it for $4,500. I think it's worth $4,500. I mean, you gotta think the PCM ECM on this truck is probably $1,000. Turbo's probably another few $100. You got the trans, the 47RE, the Cummins, obviously the VP44 is like another probably what, $400 or $500. Obviously the interior, you got the bed. I think the bed, when we looked at the other day, was like $300 for a bed on these trucks. 500.
I just bought my bed for $260.
Yeah, I mean the parts on this truck alone. I mean the wheels are in beat up shape, but they're still probably worth a few $100. The tires pretty much bald, like I've said 1,000 times. But besides that, I mean, for $4,500, there's a lot of good parts on this truck that you could take off. I kind of listed it, said, hey, I can sell the truck, I can show the title of it, but this is kind of what's going on with it. So everyone's kind of on the same page with me. And I've already said I can't sell it with a title. So the person that buys this truck is either going to use it for like a farm truck, hunting truck, either a parts truck or something along those lines. But yeah, Save's pretty much making me do it, guys. I hate it because I waited like 7 months to go buy a second gen when I found a good deal on one. This one was just obviously too good to be true. So
yeah, it was too good to be true.
Yeah, it was too good to be true, unfortunately. So next one, we're definitely gonna get another second gen Cummins, but the next one we're definitely running the Carfax on beforehand. I think this is just bad luck of the draw. And reading the comments on the last video, a lot of guys apparently have had the same problem with these older trucks. A lot of times when they go through the DMV, they just shoot them through on these older trucks. They don't check the mileage, anything like that. So I think this one just got fat thumbed because obviously it's not in a scrap yard, it's not recycled, it's not tore apart, it's a full truck in my driveway with the title matching. And even though I have all that, the state seriously can't help me out. The sheriff's department can't help me out. A lot of guys said, hey, hire lawyers and stuff. Guys, the truck is like I said, $4,500. I'm not going to go through a whole thing of going through the court and as it get drug out for probably a year or so and then spend all that money. It's just really, if this was like a $40,000 truck, it might be worth it because I can go like the lemon law, stuff like that, but it's just too cheap of a truck. So it's easier just to go ahead and wipe my hands of it and just kind of move on to the next one. But besides that, I think I pretty much went over everything. Like I said, we got it up for sale. If you're interested in it, it is in South Alabama. Just hit me up. But yeah, besides that, I think I went over everything. Yeah. Kind of, like I said, state of Alabama, I love it, but I'm kind of getting screwed, so yeah. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. I've already kind of gone over everything I could with the truck. It's pretty much, or I'm pretty much SOL with the truck. So as much as I love it, it's gonna have to go. We're just gonna move on from it. And yeah, besides that, as always guys, thank you guys for watching, and we will see you in the next one. Thanks.